Hello, my dear friends. I missed interacting with you and I was working on my content. And today I want to talk about a very important topic. I would say the most important topic. It's about self-love. How to love yourself, how to stop criticizing yourself, because this is a foundation. Now, if you open any self-development book or spiritual book, the first thing that you will find is that you need to love and accept yourself as you are. Because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot give love to other people. If we don't accept ourselves the way we are, if we criticize ourselves, if we judge ourselves, then this is how we will treat other people. We will not give the right to other people to be the way they want to be. In this video, I would like to share with you my journey, my path, my internal journey within myself, how I discovered self-love, how I started to accept and love myself the way I am without criticizing. I would say it's a long journey. I'm still in the process. Today I feel myself accepted and desired no matter what, because I'm building this foundation inside me, the strong foundation, that no matter what will happen in my life, no matter what will be the reaction of people that I love, I reached the point that no, I am loved. If you don't love yourself and accept yourself, if you seek for love, then you might accept wrong relations. You might end up being with the wrong person. A lot of people are suffering thinking that they were not loved by their parents. And of course, I will not discover America for you if I say that everything comes from our childhood. Our relations with our parents, it's actually the foundation. The way our parents treating us, this is when we grow up, this is how we will treat ourselves. Children, they're egocentric. This is normal. This is how children's psyche works. And they want the whole universe, the parents, just revolve around them. So therefore, whenever our parents, let's say, they don't tell us that they love us, or when we were kids, like they didn't give us enough time, we came up with the conclusion that they don't love us, and we want our parents to love us as per our love standards. So I want you to understand that the conclusion that we made when we were children, it became our law of life. And that's why it's very important to change these false ideas to attract new reality in our life. Plus, we shouldn't forget about heredity factor. So, being a mental genetic specialist, I would like to say a few words how it works from mental genetics point of view. If we as a kids we don't feel loved, most probably we inherited this from our ancestors. Most probably our parents, our grandparents, they didn't feel loved by their parents and they didn't fix this. So we inherited this with our genes. When we don't realize these things, we are actually in psychological trance. We live in a trance. And our responsibility is to take full control of what we think, like what our behavioral patterns. So I want to share with you actually my journey and the knowledge that helped me to overcome all these false ideas. Watch this video. It will help you to build this strong foundation that no matter what, no matter what people around you, the most important people that you love, no matter what will be their reaction and like towards you, you will feel loved no matter what. Most of my childhood I was not feeling loved by my parents because I was so not loving myself. I was rejecting myself. My mother passed away when I was 13 years old, and I was like depressed. This is when I actually closed myself from the world. And with my father, we didn't have really like strong connection because in our culture, father and daughter, they should they should keep distance. The way I feel now, really, it's I started to see love where before I was seeing hate. And I understood that I was the one who was turning away from my parents, from people. So what helped me? What was the fundamental point, that idea that actually totally changed the way of my thinking? My coach told me, Sabina, who do you think gave you birth? Your parents? No, not your parents. Your parents are instrument in God's hands, and you came through your parents. I believe in a higher source. I call it God. You may call it different. And if God didn't want you to appear in this life, no matter how hard your parents will work, you wouldn't come to this life. If you are in this life, then automatically you are so loved and so important to this life. So without you, without me and any other person, the puzzle will not be complete. We came to this life because life, universe has planned for each of us. If someone who is very important in your life, today they will tell you that they love you, you will feel loved, and tomorrow they didn't tell you this, or they were busy, they didn't give you enough attention, then you will think that you're not loved. So this is like a swing, so one day you are loved, another day you are not loved, because it's never other person, it's always you, it's always me. And actually a lot of people, why they are scared to build relations? Because they don't want to be hurt, because of course it's hurting when someone who is so important for you, who you love, like doesn't answer you the same. But actually they're projecting your inner belief. So if you believe that you can be rejected and you can be not loved or not desired, this is what other people will project you, because it's never other person, it's always me, or it's always you in your case. And when you start changing your beliefs, then another people, they will not have another choice. They will have to answer in your new beliefs, and you will see that the same people in your life, they will deal with you in a different way. And I am not telling this because I read this in the book, because I experienced this in my life. When you instill these ideas that you are the best creation of God, you were created from the highest love. Life is not enemy, that life is supporting you, that all people around you, they support you. When you start changing these ideas, this is when actually your eyes will open, and you will start to see love where before you used to see hate. I started to see my life from a different angle, and I understood that love was always in my life. I am the one who was rejecting the love, because I was blind. When it becomes your reality, when it becomes your law of life, your truth of life, then you will open for yourself a totally new world. The world of love, of happiness, of joy. And this is totally a different level of living. This is when you have this unshakable foundation that you are loved, you are accepted, no matter what. And really, you shouldn't be bothered what other people will tell you. They have the right to act in the way they want. But this is our responsibility to not be affected, to have this unshakable belief that God is always for us, and that I am the best creation of God, that I am the loving child of this universe. And even if your parents didn't tell you this, because the true love is not when someone will tell you they love you or not, but if you see the higher purpose, if you see how actually the situation and your relation with your parents, how actually they formed you, then instead of blaming them, like when you will be thankful, you will see a totally different picture in your life. You will see that the same people in your life, how they will change towards you. I hope that this video will instill a seed of hope and love for you, because once you live with the new criteria of love, you will create a new reality for yourself. So once you consider yourself loved no matter what, once you instill this, that you are loved no matter what, that you are the most important and the best creation of this life, and of course your parents, they love you, they loved you in their best way. They could express their love the way they knew, and it's nothing to do with your knowing that you are loved, because it's a fact. If you're in this life, you are loved and you are desired, otherwise you wouldn't appear in this life. So consider yourself loved, consider yourself the most loved and the most desired. And by the way, the same like you are loved and desired, another person as well. Another person as well is a great creation of God, and another person as well loved and desired. So when you start considering yourself loved, then you will see how you will become more open towards other people, towards life, and this love will spread in so many different areas of your life. And I wish you experience this, because really it's like you live in heaven. I'm still on my way, I'm still on my process, and even what I'm experiencing now, it's a totally different way of living, comparing what I was living, comparing the way what I was living before. So I love you guys, and share with me your thoughts. Please comment below. Your comments are extremely important for me. In that way I will feel that this information was useful for you, and please let me know about what would you like me to talk in my next video. So I love you guys, and stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later, guys. Bye.